You got something to say? Oh. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to The View from Here, Behind Enemy Lines. Mike is back. He wasn't here for my last for the last interview we did. This week we have no interview set up.
I want to explain to the public the reason for that is I was punishing Roy. He had been a very bad boy, and he wasn't going to get me to be in an interview with him. So that was my punishment for him. So don't let him tell you anything else. You know, that's because he's a liar.
Anybody who has watched it or will watch it will see that it was no punishment at all. It was a great interview. It was one of the best interviews we've done, period. And it's, take out the we. It was me. I did it.
Yep. Which anyway. I had to groom Roy to do it because he was so scared to go out on his own. And I just smacked that cowardice right off his ass.
First off, if you saw the interview before the last one where I talked to Taki Theodorakopoulos, you'll see that I did a fine job by myself. Mike butted in near the end, but actually both of us, we kind of let Taki talk, which is the way you should do an interview, really. Let the guest speak. I need more light here because I can barely read my notes here. Excuse me a sec.
That makes everybody happy. Your lack of notes.
Hey. Oh. Whoop, hold on. Didn't want that. Okay.
Now we know you're growing a marijuana plant in the back.
No, I have well, okay. Why don't we we got two things we could do. We could do a political thing, or we could do the one on the top 10 films in different categories.
Politics.
What?
Politics?
Okay. All you people, all you Democrats, all you leftist liars out there who claimed, oh, there's no voter fraud. Well, in 2020, a man requested 106 mail-in ballots for city residents without their knowledge, and he had them sent to a P.O. box registered using a fake driver's license and student ID. He's a Texas Democrat, and he's engaged in massive voter fraud. Now, Mr. Mohammed, that's his name, Zul Mirza Mohammed.
Shocking.
If he had used multiple P.O. boxes instead of just one, he might have gotten away with it. What if the election workers hadn't been so observant and noticed that all these ballots were going to the same address? What is shocking, though, is more that it was so easy for him to obtain over 100 ballots to vote. Now, in December of 2024, Mohammed was convicted for 106 votes of vote fraud, and he was sentenced to 4 years in prison. Now, we are bringing up this case because Mohammed, who is now 43, pleaded guilty to the 106 felony charges related to voter fraud, but he is currently running for mayor in Carrollton, Texas.
Sounds right.
Okay. Elections Administrator Frank Phillips testified that his staff thought it suspicious that multiple ballot-by-mail applications were being sought from the same address. Investigators contacted Carrollton residents whose ballots had been requested. The residents all told investigators that none of them had made the requests. Now, you wanted to say something, Mike?
Yeah, I thought that if you were a convicted felon, you couldn't run for public office. I thought that was a law.
Maybe in Texas it's different, or it just could be another case of Democrats ignoring the law. Apparently, according to Democrats, no one's above the law unless you're a Democrat.
Well, yeah, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on. Yeah, we have.
There's one more. Hold on, before you get to whatever you want, Mike. I know you have something to talk about, but I have one more related story having to do with voter fraud.
Go for it.
Maricopa County identified 137 registered voters who are not U.S. citizens and 60 non-citizens who previously voted. Here's a press statement from the Maricopa County Recorder's Office. As part of an effort to confirm full ballot eligibility for 61,681 Maricopa County voters affected by the MVD-DPOC issue, the Maricopa County Recorder's Office conducted a review of these records using the federal SAVE database. That review confirmed U.S. citizenship and full eligibility for 58,782 voters. Those individuals' registrations have already been updated to ensure they're able to receive a full ballot in future elections. However, the review also identified 137 registered voters who are not U.S. citizens. And of those, 60 individuals have already voted in prior elections. The Maricopa County Recorder's Office is referring to identified non-citizens who have cast ballots to both the Arizona Attorney General's Office and the Maricopa County Attorney's Office for further review and any appropriate action. I hope they all go to jail for a long time.
Makes you think that maybe we should have voter ID.
Gee, you think?
On occasion.
Yeah.
There is the thing that's really bothering me is the fact that Iran continues to lie, and they fired upon a ship in Strait of Hormuz, and that's the least of it. So the thing is that they keep promising, and then they break their word, and I can't possibly imagine Trump wanting to do any kind of deal with these people because they've proven themselves to be absolutely irresponsible and unreliable when it comes. They have no word. They are following that formula of lie if it suits you.
Yeah, taqiyya. Yeah. It's a Muslim thing. It's okay, and as per the Quran, you can lie to advance the cause of Islam. Now, here's the thing: you said that they fired upon a ship. Somebody implied, I don't know if they were joking or if it's true, that the ship that was fired upon was probably carrying Iraqi oil and not Iranian oil.
Well, first of all, regardless of what it was carrying and who it was carrying it for, they still fired upon a ship, and that's probably a joke. But I don't know. But the thing is that that came as quite a surprise because we have so much presence there. It doesn't even seem like that was a possibility. But I don't know the full details. All I know is that Iran, if all that is true, I don't know what you can do with these people.
Okay. It doesn't affect us so much as it does the rest of the world, because most of Iran supplies, I think, 20% of the oil of the world, but its main clients are China and Europe. Europe is really in trouble because they didn't want to help in this war to get rid of the mullahs. They wanted to keep them in power. And Trump said, you want the oil, you come and get it yourself. Now, if Iran is refusing to let them take the oil, they're cutting their own throats as well as the Europeans, helping the Europeans finish cutting their own throats.
Was it Iraq?
And also, Trump may have been playing 3D chess again, because during the 2-week ceasefire, the pipeline in Saudi Arabia going to the Red Sea has been completed and is pumping it at full capacity. So they don't need the Strait of Hormuz to sell oil to the rest of the world. It's going to cost the European nations a lot more money to get their oil. China is not going to be able to get the oil if the U.S. blockades the blockade.
Yeah, it's just it's like it's just when you think things are going well, they turn on you.
Well, it may be going better than we think, because, as I said, the oil we have our own oil, and we're producing. We're a net exporter again, right? As we were under Trump the first time he was in office, and we've reached that point again where we are able to sell to other countries. So Europe doesn't have to go and buy it from Iran anymore; they can come and buy it from us.
Yeah, I get that. It's just that on a personal basis, I want it fixed. I want
Of
I want
course.
these scumbags. I want them out. I want them eradicated if necessary, and I I really want peace in the Middle East. I don't want to see the Iranian citizens going through hell like they've been going through. It's just it's I don't know. Here's the thing. I know Trump is pissed. I just know it in my heart. And he's, you know, man, I don't know what to do. It's just it's kind of messed up, and I think that eventually things will
Change
go
this
our
way.
way.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm kind of impatient. I guess that's what it is.
Slightly
So
sucks.
let's talk about something that's more
Oh my
fun.
God. I'm all washed out here. Hold on one
Okay.
second.
All right.
Sorry about
Okay.
that.
So for those people who don't know, we have a section of videos called the uh, uh, League
Lofty
of
learning lessons.
Lofty Learning, and um, the first video was processed just fine. We had difficulties with the second and third video, but the audio was fine. So if you go to those, then we suggest that you just listen to them in the background. They are comedic and they're meant to make things light.
Yeah, you
You
can
know,
listen to them on iHeartRadio or on whatchamacallit, Apple
Apple,
Podcast. Because
right?
that's only audio. Those two are only
Listen
audio.
to them on YouTube because you don't have to watch it. So the thing is that, and then what we got Rumble, and we also got what Spotify.
Rumble, what we're on
Spotify.
Pickaxe, Spotify, and
Yeah,
from those links, I post them on different social media too. But it all comes down to those three platforms, really.
and there's three, actually four that are written and we're waiting to publish them. We will republish the two that were technically
We're going to
damaged.
redo them. We're going to redo them.
Yes. So the thing is that we're hoping that they take off, and if you think them funny, we hope that you pass them on to your friends. We 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 we, we enjoy doing them. A lot of times we're laughing, and we have. I I think like when Wendy and Roy do it, they make me laugh more than I laugh when I read it myself. So um, yeah, it's great having them there and doing all that stuff. And it's just, on a lighter note, because we all need that. As you saw, I'm verklempt because of the, this madness that's taking place in Iran. I don't blame Trump. Okay, these buffoons have been allowed to run amok for too long, and kind of like the Democrats, they got away with bullshit for so long. You know, it's finally they're getting slammed. Like that's what is that bonehead?
Swallow
Oh my God, yeah. But they're getting a couple of other people too now.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, since you mentioned Iran again, there is a young woman. She's 19 years old. Iran is planning to execute her because she protested not too
Yes,
long ago. However, her name is Nilufar Esfahani, and she's going to be executed. But because they believe she's a virgin, they believe that virgins go right to heaven. They don't want her to go to heaven, to paradise. So they're going to gang rape her before they execute her. This is the type of regime that Democrats in America, that leftists in America are supporting. Fuck you. Fuck yous all. Okay?
yeah.
This woman's death is on your hands.
The rationale behind that is designed specifically in order to allow these scoundrels to be demons. That is they don't want her to go to heaven. Why? Well, first of all, she's going to go to heaven and you're not. It's that simple because you are the lowest form of life in the universe. you're going to rape a woman before you kill her for what? For disagreeing with you? What
Yeah, when
kind of
they die, they're going to get 72 raisins shoved up their ass.
what kind of what kind of what kind of coward are you that you can't even handle some criticism? I mean, you're the worst of the woke. You're the super woke. You're the ultra Karens. That's what you really are.
Yeah,
You
and
can't handle.
Americans who support them are just as bad. I'm sorry to say, they are just as bad.
Well, the thing is that there was this woman that was I believe beaten to death because of course she was a Muslim, was because she was raped, and she reported it, and once they found out that she was raped, they beat her to death because women are not allowed to have sex outside of marriage.
Also, she to
Wait a second.
verify that she was raped, she needed five men to say that she'd been raped. Go ahead.
Right, but just think about that. Just think about that. If you get raped of no choice of your own, okay, they still consider that sex out of marriage. This is the kind of simple-minded, lame morons that are carrying the Quran.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. That so-called religion, which is nothing but a form of people control, it's worse than barbaric. It's worse than barbaric, really.
It's demonic.
And it is never going to get along with our Constitution. That's why none of these people should be allowed into our country anymore.
These people are so messed up. It actually makes the Somalis look smart.
Well, the Somalis at least went for the money, our money.
They went for the Somalians. So the thing is that yeah. So I'm watching a TV series right now that's kind of interesting. You might want to watch it too, Roy. It's on Prime. It's called Life.
Life.
Life. It's with the lead actor that was in Band of Brothers.
Tom Hanks.
White guy, red hair. Yeah. But
wait a minute. Wait, what do you mean, Band of Brothers? There were a lot of actors in there.
No, but
the lead was Tom Hanks. What?
No, that's not Band of Brothers. You're thinking
I'm thinking of Saving Private Ryan. I apologize.
Band of Brothers.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. I'm sorry.
And he was also in Homeland.
Okay.
So the thing is, I like him. I think he's very good. And in this, and get this, he's a detective that was wrongfully accused and sent to prison for life. And after 12 years, they discovered that the evidence that they used to send him away was no good. So he comes back. He's still a detective, but he's also has 12 years of jail mentality. It's an interesting show, dude. He's like walking the edge.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to check that out. I like that actor too.
Yes.
He did a very good job in Band of Brothers.
Oh, that whole series is amazing.
Yeah.
I have the series also, The Pacific, which is the you might say the brother of Band of Brothers, and I've had a lot of trouble watching that because the Asian theater was completely different, and it's just really uncomfortable watching it.
Oh, speaking of the Asian theater, sorry, go ahead, finish up.
No, go ahead.
I read something yesterday about some island. I forget. I think it was during the invasion of Okinawa. 1,000 Japanese soldiers were separated from the main body of the thing. The British managed to divide them. They demanded that the smaller force surrender. They refused. Okay, so what they did was they went into the marshes, saltwater marshes, where first off you have a lot of snakes and other vicious. Poisonous creatures, snakes, spiders, so forth, lizards. and you had crocodiles, saltwater crocodiles, which can grow up to, I think, 18 or 20 feet long and weigh over 1,000 pounds and are extremely fast for their size.
Right.
And apparently, I'd never heard this story before, but apparently, approximately it was comparable to what happened to the USS Indianapolis when the sharks attacked the people who survived the shipwreck, and I believe it was about 500 Japanese soldiers were killed, especially overnight, by the crocodiles.
You know, there was a video. I don't know where it came from. I was watching it. It was part of some sort of documentary, and somebody was filming the crossing of these water buffalo across this river. And now a water buffalo is pretty big, about the size of a cow. Well, this crocodile, or whatever you want to call it, came out of the water, and actually its entire mouth covered the like went over the back of it and went clomp and pulled it in. It was a monster. It was like, I didn't know they grew that big. That was like 18, 19 feet long, like the ones you were talking about.
Just saltwater crocodile, probably.
Just incredibly large. Looked like a freaking dinosaur. I got something for you. The Zen master said, "Who binds you?" The seeker of liberty said, no one binds me." The Zen master said, "Then why seek liberation?" It's a good one. I like it.
Yeah, it is. Pretty good.
The true value of a human being can be found in the degree to which he has attained liberation from self.
Okay. You're getting profound on us now.
Well, you know, it's you know, I don't know what to talk about, but the thing is that yeah, I've been in some heavy stuff lately. So hey, stress management is here.
All right, we're going to end this episode now, and we're going to tape another episode to be shown another day. And that episode is going to be what do you mean no? That episode is going to be on top 10 categories of different types of films. In the meantime, since Mike got deep into esotericism or whatever you want to call it, I have one too. We are trying to organize a hide and seek tournament, and we'd like people in the audience to volunteer to do it, because we found out that good players are very hard to find. And with that, we will say goodbye for this episode.
This one is from the Haga Curie. People with intelligence will use it to fashion things both true and false, and will try to push through whatever they want with their clever reasoning. This is injury from intelligence. Nothing you do will have effect if you do not use truth. Injury from intelligence. It's an interesting idea.
I think you just injured our intelligent audience. So we're going to say goodnight and see you next time.
All you had to say was
from here, behind enemy lines.
We're behind enemy lines.